Hello everybody and welcome back to our AALBORG BKK mode. This is episode numero 21. Before we start and going into the first game, we are gonna talk about two things real quick. First thing, why was there no video 2 days ago? Because I worked on yesterday's video a very long time, about like twice as much as I normally do, a bit more actually, as twice as much, because normally I work like 4, maybe up to 5 hours, but around 4.5 on a video. Normally in a normal average video, but I did work on that about I think 10 hours actually, so yeah, more than twice as much, and that's why there was no video 2 days ago, because I've worked on the video that I wasn't able to upload that back then, but yesterday I did. And this is the second thing, I did upload episode 1 of the Full Simulation Mode KK mode yesterday, and if you haven't checked it out, I would really recommend you to do so. Of course it's up to you, but I mean, if you are watching this video, and that means you are basically enjoying my videos, and if you're enjoying my kind of videos, I can definitely tell you, you will enjoy that one. And second of all, of course, it's episode 1, so the start of the series basically, and I would like you to just check it out and see if you would enjoy that, because again, I'm very confident, I'm very sure that you will enjoy this video and would enjoy the series, and yeah, would be cool if you would check it out if you haven't already. Now about this game mode, it's been a few days, so what did we do last time? We have started off the yearly campaign. We have got 4 points against Benfica and Besiktas away, so an amazing start into the group stage. Also in the league we have got, I think, 7 out of 9 points in these 3 games we have gone. For last time you can see, yeah, we got 7 points in these and won these 2. Currently we are on 7 points, and we have still to play against AALBORG. And against AALBORG, I would say, even if we wouldn't have won these games, even if we would have lost these 2 games, I would still say we are definitely favorites against AALBORG, because our team is not too bad, and AALBORG definitely is not on our level. That means I wanted at least 4 points against AALBORG. I would say, I mean, if we can get 4 points, we are almost already through. If we can actually win both games, we are definitely through, because we would be on 10 points, and I do not think you can actually get knocked out and not go through to the round of 32 if you get 10 points. Or more, of course, but I think 2 wins against AALBORG and we are already through, and we should win twice against them, in my opinion, especially now that we won against Benfica and Besiktas away. So it's in our hands, but of course we also have some important league games. Especially Benfica is a big opponent, and therefore I did ask you last time, should I use my first team against Brøndby? Then I could use, not Benfica, I think I said Benfica, because they are, I think, first place currently, important game in the league. Of course I could also use my first team against Aarhus, but I would have to use my second choice team against AALBORG, which maybe would make me think maybe it was actually all we can get. The second thought, of course, or the second possibility was to use our second choice team, so we can use our first choice team, but you guys, all of you who voted, decided I definitely should use my first choice team against Brøndby and against Aarhus, and use my second choice team against AALBORG. This is what we're gonna do. They are a bad team, but we are playing away with our second choice team, and as you can see, they have got some pretty good results lately, with 7 out of 9 points too. So this might be a game where we would accept a draw maybe. Bad team, but away, second choice team, then good form. We do take an early lead, but they also can very early equalizer. Peterson injured again, he just recently been injured, I think, or got a red card, I'm not sure. So hopefully he's not injured for a long time. Last few minutes, doesn't look like anything is happening. No substitutions, no other goals. Nope, that's actually it. 1 or 2, I'm not too happy. If Peterson is not injured, I'm fine with that. If he's injured for a long time, it's just 7 days, perfect, then I'm fine. Yeah, it's a tour I'm fine with. But you can see Brøndby, we are on the same amount of points. We are both basically on second place, 2 points behind Copenhagen, who after the bad start now winning everything. Actually, if you think about it, in the first 3 games, Copenhagen got 4 points with 1 win, 1 draw and 1 loss. Which means in the last 9 games, they got 23 points, 23 out of 27, so basically 7 wins and 2 draws in the last 9 games. So they are just rushing through again, and that's why I don't think we can win the league. But we want to maybe even defend second. Brøndby currently is our biggest opponent for the second place, which is why we want to win this game. Training wise, this is the training I will go for now, because Garcia hit the 75, we have 3 slots, I will give them to our 2 fullbacks and 1 of the center backs. Davis, I think, will already hit the 75 too in this training. Yes, he is gonna do. He actually only improves his dribbling because he only got a C and a D, but it is enough. He's 75 weighted, and these two slots, one of them I will give to Bastoni, and the other one I'm not sure about yet, but I think I will give it to Poha or CDM, who I think is also not 71. I think that makes sense. So our 5 most defensive outfield players are all getting trained until they're 75, so our defense should get even stronger the next few weeks. Alright guys, here we are in the game against Brent BEF, and we are now gonna have a look who is playing. I hope Pogi is playing again. Nope, he's actually on the bench, or whatever, he's not playing. Muaza, this big talent, we wanted to sign him, or at least one of you wanted me to sign him, but now he actually gone to Brent B. Larsen, one of the best right back, probably still quality and ratings wise the best right back in this league. I don't know their goalie or the center backs. I don't know their CDM or the center mids. Mukhtar, still a decent enough player, but has played bad whenever we played against Brentby. Lopez, okay, and Wilczek is the main dude we have to look at because he is with already 7 goals. By far the top goal scorer in this league. So Wilczek is the most dangerous player from their squad for sure. We need to have a look at him. Situation hasn't changed. We are still on 25. They are still on 25 after 12 games, which is decent actually. And Copenhagen on 27. We are playing at home. I would say we are basically the better team. We have, I think, won the last few games. Alright, what a start. Mukhtar, thank God, it was very unlucky. So I would say a draw wouldn't be the worst result. We would stay second place, but I do go for a win in this game. I do want to win. But it's not really the greatest way we're starting off here. It's been a few days that I have played actively, not simulated, so hopefully I get into form quickly, because if we continue like this, we are gonna lose. Angelino. Oh, what the fuck, he almost goaled it. We might still win. He had a Kluivert, somehow cannot get back on it, but we get a penalty! I have no freaking idea what the fuck just happened. The cross was nothing. Their center back almost on goals. The goalkeeper jumps for it for no reason. And I don't know, and it is Muaza, the dude I just talked about. We wanted him, maybe at least. We made an offer for him, but we decided for Angelino. And he is the dude, Kluivert going for it. And I again will have to check if it was a fair penalty. Because if it wasn't, I again would maybe decide to ungoal it. To just miss it. Because if I feel like it's not the right decision, and it's not a deserved penalty, why can I not change the camera? I mean, okay, we can have a look at like this. So Kluivert is going for the header. And this dude is not touching it with the ball. It is, I mean, I'm not sure. Yeah. Because here he is kinda, I don't know guys. I don't think it's a penalty. You can probably call me an asshole, but I will still try to score this, to be honest. Kanatsiskus actually was it, not Kluivert, and he might be injured, so it might be an asshole. Okay, I missed it on purpose, guys. I missed it on purpose. Okay, now it's getting crazy. First, the center back almost on goals it. Okay, what is already going on in this episode again? First goalie on goals, almost on goals it. The defender, the goal is retarded. Then I thought it Kluivert, but it was Kanatsiskus. It shouldn't have been a penalty. I would still try to score it. Even though I just said I probably will miss it. Still miss it because of course I go to the right side and I miss it again. And now Kanatsiskus is injured. I mean, what the freaking fuck is this shit? What should we do? I think I will just sub on Anderson. He has done good enough in the second choice team. But now we have 2 injured strikers, Amang and Kanatsiskus. It's shit right now, guys. It could have been so good. 1-0 for us, but no, now it's 0-0 and an injury. What the fuck is... These episodes are really so freaking crazy again. Just imagine what would happen if Kanatsiskus, and that probably will happen, would be injured for a long time now. And Everton, a player who is leaving AALBORG in real life, another shot, maybe Davies with another one. Someone goes to Kluivert and this is the 1-0. 30 minutes in and we do take the lead. Davies with a very, very weird assist. I'm definitely trying to shoot with him here, and then the shot gets the perfect pass. It becomes a perfect pass to Kluivert. 30 minutes in and we do take the lead. And what I just want to say is, just imagine what would happen if Kanatsiskus would be injured for a long time. Because Everton, he's leaving them in real life and I didn't really needed him in my team. So he was on the transfer list. Because of the injury of Amang, he is now on our second choice team. If Kanatsiskus is injured, he actually would be our first choice striker. within a few weeks he becomes from a player we don't need and want to get out and is transfer listed to our first choice striker. That would be crazy. But now, ladies and gentlemen, we did take the lead and we still have by far the best defense in the league, so who knows, maybe we can keep the clean sheet. If so, then of course this would already be a win. Not sure what that was, but who really cares? It's 1-0 for AALBORG. Ooh. Okay. Mukta, a player I said is always playing bad against us and has yet played extremely bad. Just minutes into the second half, does this. With his left foot. Ah, okay. Well, that's it with the clean sheet. We've shown why we're the best defense. I mean, of course, that isn't really a big mistake from our defense. That's just an amazing shot. But, like, he always plays bad and is doing nothing in this game. And then, out of nowhere, suddenly scores that goal. Alright, Garcia maybe. That's a free kick or penalty. It's just a free kick. That was close to another penalty there. And I think it makes the most sense when I'm so close to pass it short and take the shot with Angelino. The shot was actually really bad. I mean, it looked at least very bad. It looked like it was straight at the goalie, but I don't care. Somehow, yeah, I think the goalie just was very retarded there. Look at the goalkeeper. That was, what is he even doing? Okay, very weird from the goalie, but it is 58 minutes in, 2-1. So at least we did respond quickly to the equalizer. Oh, the pass through to Amang. Is he good today? Yes. What? What the freaking fuck is going on? I just wanted to keep this 1-0, but we straight away concede. Just minutes later we do equalize, and again just minutes later it is Amang, and now it's 3-1. They have made us angry. They have made us angry. What the fuck is wrong with me? They made us angry with the equalizer, and yeah, we reacted to that. 3-1. It's looking good, guys. It's looking very, very good. Oh, nice. Among to Everton, and there's a lot of space for Everton. And Everton scores again. Brentby in the second half just not doing anything, especially their defense and their goalie just retarded. Look at the three players trying to defend Kluivert instead of the Everton, the striker, who is much better form today, and than Kluivert, I mean, and has the ball. So it makes no sense. And Everton says thanks for 1. We all expected probably quite a difficult game, and it looked like a very difficult game until the 2-1, because they had the same amount of shots. It was 1-2, not undeserved, so it was fine. But since then, basically with the 1-0, they just completely stopped playing. And here we go, guys. The ref did blow the whistle. A nice 4-1 win because of an amazing last 35 minutes. In the end, it says they had 1 shot on target, which just makes sense. Already in the second half, they had like 2 or 3. I mean, they hit the post and they scored. They hit a lot more than 1, so again, does make sense. But even statistic-wise, we were a better team. They had a lot more ball possession, but especially again because of the last 30-35 minutes, an easy win action there. And Copenhagen also winning by 3 goals, so goal difference compared to Copenhagen staying the same. We are now 3 points in front of Brentby. Of course, so we could even lose and still stay second, and still just 2 points behind Copenhagen. Not too bad. The big question is, what if Kanazis goes 2 weeks? I hope the team would just be injured for like a day or so, because then I could use him against AALBORG. Or AALBORG, I cannot remember exactly their name, to be honest. I think it was AALBORG. Now the thing is, because he's injured for 2 weeks, he will maybe be back for Lynchby. And that will be our first team. But the big question now will be, who are we using against AALBORG? I mean, of course, against Aarhus we will use Everton again, and against Lynchby and Everton, or if he is back already, we can use him. And then of course against Besiktas we can definitely use Kanazis, because the question is, who can we even use anymore a striker in our second choice team against AALBORG? Because our first choice striker is now injured with him. Our second choice striker has just played for our second choice team. Oh, I went to Davis again, fuck. Just played as left winger now in our first choice team. And our third choice striker, Nelson, also just played, will be retired, so we only have 3 choices in our team, I think, in our squad, and they're all either injured or not fit for this game. So it's gonna be an interesting decision to make, who is gonna play a striker on this one. Alright, we actually do have another striker in our team named Gröning, who actually has some decent pace, decent physical stats. Maintenance stats are shit, attacking position is alright. He's really not a good player, but right now, I mean, he is right-footed, has good work rates, good weak foot, freestyle is fine at least, and is kinda good, his physical stats are nice, so I think it's not the worst player ever. Of course, he's with 59 rating with his stats by far. I mean, okay, he's together with our left and right backs. Yeah, he is again not the most amazing player, but at least he's a striker, otherwise I would have to use like Talusion or so, that wouldn't make any sense, so it's fine. Gröning, he basically the only game he will probably ever play for AALBORG, with me as the manager of AALBORG, will be in the EuroLeague. I don't know any of these players, nothing idea. I think Pomerco I might have heard before, but there are probably a few players with that name. So I'm not sure if they have any well-known, or at least like kinda well-known player, or if they are just some random team who are just good players from probably like Ukraine, for example. I like the third, fourth best team there. But again, I mean, their team is really bad. The thing is though, our team is also not the greatest. Meilinger though going through with the first big chance, but not scoring unfortunately. Our team has also a lot of, I mean, we have 3 below 60 rated players. Most of them are like mid 60. It's not the most amazing team. And now the ref is a retard, because we have a corner, and their dude ungolds it, I think again with the hand. We're gonna have a look at this again. It's the second time in this series since we switched on handball. Oh wait, no, I'm not sure what this is. Since we switched on handball, that somebody actually handballed it in their own box. So let's have a look. I mean, it's actually, in my opinion, it's retarded, because we are winning the header, then it's going to the hand, so I would say it's fine, the penalty, but it is a goal. So instead of giving us a goal for Blabjak, we now have a freaking penalty. Doesn't make sense, but you know what, guys? I mean, Wirtz is our captain, but I will actually give it to Blabjak. I hope I'm not making a huge mistake with that, but Blabjak should have just scored this, so I will just go in the middle to not risk too much, and just hope that of course he's staying in the middle. What is I mean, this episode is again so freaking weird. Already the first game was so weird, and we got a penalty, which we basically got a penalty which shouldn't have been one. There was no foul in my opinion. It should not have been a penalty, but we got one. Going to the right side, which is normally always a goal, of course not a goal. Second game, we do get another penalty which shouldn't have been one, because it was handball, yes, but we did score. If it just give a fucking advantage, we did just go with Blabjak. Of course, the ref is a retard, says nope. And I give the penalty to Blabjak, go into middle this time, and of course we miss again. I don't know, man. Why is the goalie staying in the middle, like? And look at this, how often do they want to slide tag our players? Gröning won't almost have a chance. This game is so freaking BS. Ooh, the pass through, first chance maybe for them. Larsen. Don't ask me what Larsen is doing. Could have easily just shot the ball away, even took the ball in his hands. Decides to just leave it for them to have a corner, which almost a goal again. He's retarded. And what did the striker do? How broken is FIFA 17, guys? How broken is it? First Larsen knew nothing, and look at their striker. Like, he basically has an open goal here. Look at, he's waiting. He's just waiting. This game is sometimes so retarded. As if the game wasn't retarded enough yet. Of course, and now it's a penalty for them because of handball. And I tell you, first of all, we're gonna have a look if it was handball. If this was not handball, I might think about actually just cheating and scoring a goal, like with the settings done, because we have scored a goal which got disallowed for no reason. And now, if they will score a goal after penalty, which not should have been one, I will at least think about it. So let's see if this was a correct decision. If it was a correct decision, then it's fine. Of course, I'm not happy with it. Okay, that's fine. He did unfortunately touches with his hand. I mean, what is he doing? Look at both his hands, both his arms. He's so retarded, actually. And then, yeah, it is fine. It is a correct decision, unfortunately. Was it a penalty, though? That is something we could check. Was it a penalty or should have been a free kick? Where did he hit the ball with his hand? And the answer will be the cross. Okay, it's definitely in the box. Yeah, it's unfortunately a correct decision from the ref. He has done a lot of bad decisions against us, and now he's doing a right decision. Of course, it's for them. And they score the penalty. It's so weird. Of course, we're losing this game. I don't know why. They had basically still not even one chance in the whole game. We had a lot of chances. Again, we did score a goal which just didn't get allowed for no reason. We missed a penalty, had so many other chances, my players just being retarded and whatever. And then the first attack for them, penalty, correct decision therefore this time, I have to say at least that. And of course they do score. It's just so typical, man. It's just so unfair. Where's our goalie actually? Oh, there's our goalie. One last chance, Thompson scores. It's decent, we win the header, but it's not good enough and the ref is blowing the whistle. Yeah guys, and this happens if we decide to use our second choice team and then have a luck to get a very retarded injury from Kanatsuskos and cannot freaking score penalty, have a lot of bad referee decisions against us, but of course then for them a lot of luck to get a penalty. Just when everything comes together, we are losing, we are winning away against Benfica, we are getting a draw away against Besiktas, but at home against AALBORG, no freaking idea. I already forgot the name because nobody knows about them. Yeah, we lose. Alright guys, we are gonna end the episode by simulating 1 or 2 games. First of all, the away game against Aarhus in the league. They are one of the worst teams and some bad form, getting 1 point. I mean, they lost against us in the cup or something then. Oh no, we played against them actually for the same time. Thank God, it's not a goal for them, an injury for us, but the other way around. We did score after 2 minutes and they get the injury. I will actually not quick sim just for now. I will just simulate this. I have probably another game and then I will end this episode. So we have Annevertens going too. Gröning getting subbed in for Kluivert. Very interesting substitution. Which doesn't really make sense, but Anneverten did score just afterwards. So we are gonna win. Rangers are actually gonna lose. So Rangers don't seem to be as good as I expected them. I really thought they could fight for like 3rd, 4th place. But we are not even close. I mean, 3rd place is right now on 26. And Rangers is on 13. So actually, there are only 3, maybe 4 teams we will really play against this season. There's Kopenhagen, Midtjylland, Brøndby, of course, the 3, and maybe Linköping, but just if they can keep up. Because otherwise, there's no reason. We are still 2 points behind, Kopenhagen still 5 points in front of 3rd. This time at 3rd place is Tobu Midtjylland. So if Brøndby is winning, we are again just 3 points behind 3rd. We of course 2nd place. The training is complete. Again, this is going to be a training for a long time because until some of them hit the 75, it will take a long time. I think the first player who will do it is going to be Adarabioyo. But yeah, it will take a lot of time until anybody will hit the 75 of these. So at least for a few episodes, this is going to be the training. One more game, Linköping. I did tell you maybe I would play against them, but at least this one I probably will simulate because we are 7 points in front of them. I don't care enough. I mean, we can have a look what the games would play. Yeah, I will simulate it, actually. I think next episode we're gonna play the other 2 league games against, EuroLeague games again, what the fuck. They actually won last 3 games, so they are in good form. But we should still win it. I would not be able to draw here. We are the better team, we are playing at home, we have almost a full fit first choice team. After this game we will have it again. Kluivert scores and they have the penalty. I mean, that doesn't make sense. You want to basically tell me we scored, straight away got the ball in the, like 10 seconds later, there was the kickoff again. 10 seconds later they got a penalty and still someone missed it. It doesn't even make sense. Amang with a yellow card, Meilinger and Gröning in again for Amang, Bastoni with 2 yellow cards. And then Kluivert scores just after that they get 1 back. So Bastoni with a red card, not sure why, but I mean, okay, we did win the game, so it's fine. Alright guys, we start off November with an injury of Jürgensen. I actually don't even know who Jürgensen is. Actually, I have no freaking idea. Actually, I have to need a look. I mean, it's just 2 days, so who cares? But I have actually no idea who Jürgensen is. I'm very confused, but I did not get the message that let's praise them. I did not get the message that Kanatsuskos is back from his injury, so I'm not 100% sure. He should be, because it's been more than 2 weeks. And said in 2 weeks he will be 100% fit. So he should be back. Let's have a look. Okay, he is. So I'm not sure why it just didn't tell me. This is our first choice team though. Let's put him in here again. Gröning didn't play too good. Who the frick is... Who got injured? Our second choice goalie. Okay, who cares, to be honest. Who really cares about our second choice goalie? But I really just thought I've never heard the name Jürgensen before. I have no freaking idea who Jürgensen is. White Canazzo's course is back, therefore of course I can put Nelson again in the second choice team. Okay guys, we are gonna end the episode by first of all having a look at the calendar. In November we have a few very interesting games, because we have the two EuroLeague games that are big. Besiktas and Benfica, both of course getting played. We have a cup game against Lynchby, the first one, also getting played. We have of course first place Copenhagen getting played. And we have two teams that at least I've said I might play against, with Nordzeland and Wenders. So maybe we're actually gonna play all 6 games. We're at least gonna play 4 of these 6. Maybe 5 or maybe even all 6. What I can tell you is we're gonna have a quick look now in the league table to see where Nordzeland and Wenders are. Nordzeland is getting not played, Wenders also not getting played. So what we are gonna do, ladies and gentlemen, next episode is we're gonna play against Besiktas, simulate against Nordzeland, simulate against Wenders, and play against Benfica. And I want to ask you right now in the top right, I think you did see it, otherwise I will show you again. If you use our first choice team against Benfica, we have a better chance to go through. And we can also use our first choice team against Lynchby in the cup, and we do want to win this cup too, and I will play this cup game. But I would have to use my second choice team against Copenhagen. On the other side, of course, if I decide to use my first choice team against Copenhagen, we have a good chance to get a good result against them. But I would have to use my second choice team in these cup games, which means we probably will not get a good result against Benfica, which could be the reason why we get knocked out and not go into the knockout ones. And I would also have to use my second choice team against Lynchby, which again would lower the chances that we can use our second choice team, that we can win the cup and go through and probably get knocked out. But of course, if I use my first team against Benfica, I might have to use my second choice team against Venice, and I will do. So, first or second choice team, either in these 2 cup games or in the 2 league games against Venice and Copenhagen. That's up to you guys in the top right to tell me what I should do. And this is what we're gonna do in the next episode, Benfica and Besiktas. And then in the next, of course, we're gonna play these 2 games, and then we are waiting December. We will only probably play against AALBORG. So, in the third next episode, guys, we are in the transfer window. So it's slowly time maybe for you guys to again tell me who the signs are or whatever. Yeah, guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If so, it would be cool if you could smash the like button, because that would help me out a lot. If you didn't enjoy it, then please tell me in the comments what is the reason for it. I will see you tomorrow with a Citadella in 2 days, probably with the next episode of AALBORG. Until then, you have to decide time to tell me in the top right where I should use my second and where my first choice team. Have a nice day, guys. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.